tater tots, frying up some drama and seasoning it with shade. Welcome back to the Couch Potato Queens, where the waves are synthetic, but the opinions are 100% unfiltered realness, darling. I'm your host, Mackenzie, and tonight I'm joined by my ride or die, my squirrel friend supreme, the glitter and crime, Dakota. Hey, girl, hey.
Hi.
Now, buckle up, babes, because this week on RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10, the dolls dusted off their pumps, popped in their vocal cords, and served up a campy cocktail of chaos and Starrbooty, the Rebooty rusical. And let's just say this episode had more plot twists than Nicole Page Brooks at a sleep clinic. Let's rewind the tape. So, Dakota, what'd you think about this episode, girl?
This is the most drama that we've had all season. We're only 6 episodes in, and there is so much drama in episode 6. Like,
yep. Hi,
this bracket was going to be drama, baby, but like, it was actually starting to like make me mad. Like, that's how much drama was going on in this episode.
Hi, thanks, Sophie Duffy. Sophie Duffy likes the new logo for our channel. Ben said, Kenzie, 40-something agent of glam. Thanks, boo. Thank y'all. Sophie Duffy says, that new show, The Snake, looks interesting. It does look interesting. Yep, I agree. It was, this has definitely been, this has been an episode, like, I don't think we've had an episode of Drag Race that I can think of in recent history that had this much drama in it the entire fucking episode. Like, what came close was last season with Spray Paint Gate and with Trim Gate, but not even that didn't even come close to even touching any of this shit.
And we saw the first 3 episodes with the first bracket. There wasn't really any drama. Like, the girls were kikiing and, you know, serving up drama, but it wasn't real drama. It was just them having a good time in the workroom, playing up for the cameras. Girl, this was personal. Like, I don't think it was meant to be that way, but like, Mistress plays a hard, semi-dirty game when it comes to, like we said last episode, she's playing chess. The rest of them are playing checkers when it comes to these challenges. And I don't know, it was kind of the end of the episode, it was kind of starting to make me mad. I was just like, my God, like, why? What is going on? There's like too much.
Let's say a prayer really quick for Ben's favorites on Love Island tonight. If he loves them, then you know they're chaotic, messy queens, and that's why we gotta love them. Sophie Duffy says, don't you queens got what, 4 more episodes? No, boo. We got 3 more, at least for bracket 3. Then I think we got 3 or 4 more for the finale. So we've got like 6 or 7 more episodes. And then says, you know, Mackenzie loves personal drama. Oh, baby. Dakota, do I like drama?
Gowns, beautiful gowns.
Look, I'll say this. I love drama. I don't love being involved in the drama. And Dakota knows this about me. I will be sitting there in a room by myself 1,000 miles away, and drama will find its way to me, and I don't even have to open my mouth to do anything.
Yeah. If anything bad is going to happen, it's going to happen to Kenzie. She's a magnet for negative energy.
Yeah. Oh, Kenzie, what if 8 minus Stevens beef up in 2023? Ooh. What kind of beef? I think I know about the beef. I think
was it lean?
No, I think it was big, fat, and juicy. Sophie Duffy says, so I would be the Angela. No, I'm not the Angela. Angela created her own drama. I'm usually just the one that somehow gets pulled into everybody else's drama. I'm just like, you know, I'm the innocent bystander that just gets pulled into the middle of it. And then I get invested, especially if it's about somebody that I care about. And so then, since I'm pulled into it, then I'm invested in it, and then I start fighting about it. And then I'm like,
she has this internal battle where she has to be professional because of the titles that she's held and the work that she's in. But at the same time, she's a walking contradiction because in her personal life, she's very, very outspoken. So, and I'm the complete opposite. I'm a lady. I talk shit about you behind your back.
I'm a lady. I will talk shit about you to your face and behind your back.
No, I only talk bad about you if you've like were really mean to me or you did me wrong. I'm not just gonna like do it for no reason. I'm not awful.
Sophie Duffy, we should find out the cast of Big Brother 27 at some point. Yes, I would. I don't know this because I've not gotten any information from Big Brother, but I would assume based off previous seasons, probably the end of June or first week of July. I'm going to guess just based off the holiday that we probably won't see anything until around the 7th of July, probably because of the 4th of July weekend and stuff like that. So, but we'll see. So let's get into the drama that is. Do you have something open, or I'm hearing an echo? Hello?
It must be you,
girl. The fuck? Yeah, I know, Sophie Duffy. So let's get started. First of all, we've got some reality TV news to bring. Rachel Zoe is joining the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills first season 15. What do you think about this, Dakota?
I just heard about it last night and I brought it up to Mackenzie like an hour ago. I'm super excited because because she's not a designer, but she was a celebrity stylist, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
And she had her own show, the Rachel Zoe Project, which was on Bravo, which was phenomenal.
It's been so long since I've seen her on anything. My most recent interaction with Rachel Zoe would have to be when Laganja Estranja did her on Snatch Game.
Yeah.
That's like the last time that I remember like seeing her on something. But actually, now that I'm looking, my Dachshund's dog bed is it's like beige with like a gold lame type of sheen, and it's leopard print, and it's Rachel Zoe, designed by her. So,
yep. Also, quick tidbit in case you don't know, if you're old enough like me to remember the show, Rachel Zoe also gave Jeremiah Brent his start, and Jeremiah Brent is now on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. He's the interior guy for Queer Eye, the Straight Guy, but he got his start working for Rachel Zoe. So fun TV. She is an OG queen, and love her, love her, love her. She's going to really bring the drama, I think.
Yeah, and she's pretty well known in like Beverly Hills in that scene anyway. So I feel like she's kind of going to be like the Jennifer Tilly, where everybody just kind of likes her because Jennifer Tilly has such a long, illustrious career in not only poker, but also in acting. So like she's a fan favorite. I think she's going to be like Kathy Hilton and Jennifer Tilly. She's going to be a fan favorite.
I did not, Sophie Duffy, who. Yeah, and she also will outdress every single other person because she's got a wardrobe the size of Manhattan. Yep. So we are. Also,
did you want to bring up about Mistress Isabel Brooks?
Yes. So let me get through these two slides. So Mistress Isabel Brooks made a post I thought was interesting. Going into the last episode, and it's hard to see on the screen, but it says, before the last episode of Bracket 2 comes out, I just want to say how special and iconic this journey has been. The experience has been so different than my original season of Drag Race, and I'm forever grateful for those who continue to support and show love. Since the start, I wanted the girls to focus on making iconic TV, and that we most definitely did. This bracket has been so cutthroat, shady, chaotic, and unhinged. I am truly a fan of each and every one of my sisters. They're all so fucking amazing in their own right, and I can't wait for y'all to see how this plays out. So what'd you think?
I've also seen some other drama that's been going on with Mistress after the last episode.
Yeah. So apparently,
girls, I feel like she was hinting at something, but baby, we're already getting some of the tea of what happened.
Yeah, apparently Carrie Colby. Apparently Carrie Colby has blocked her. Apparently Sasha Colby has blocked her. And what is it you said about it? Sasha Colby had blocked me.
So Mistress made a post saying that after the events of the last episode or the last couple of episodes of our brackets, some feelings were hurt and some people took it personal. And Carrie out of the group took it the most personal because of the things that I said to her on the main stage about her being a fake bitch. And she went home and told her drag mother, Sasha, and she's must have made up a bunch of lies too of other things that happened or maybe didn't happen because Sasha Colby has Mistress blocked on everything.
Yep.
Baby, when your favorite drag queen got you blocked on everything, you fucked up.
Well, look, I see both sides of it. Like, is Mistress a rotted, chaotic bitch? Yes. But is that her brand? Yes. Do people love her? Yes. Do people hate her? Yes. Like, I think people just need to realize that, like she said, this is TV. And we would not be talking about it. We would not be talking about Mistress. We would not, if it was a kumbaya season, they were all sisters and they were all fair and they all give each other fair points fairly. And it would be the most boring bracket ever. And for someone like me, and I'm not going to speak, I'm going to let you speak how you like, but for me personally, as someone who is into the scheming and the gaming, and that's reality TV for me, I want to see the rotted, chaotic bullshit because it's more entertaining. I get bored, or we get bored when it's like last year, or for All Stars last season. All Stars 9, nobody went home because it was the charity one. It was so fucking boring. There was no stakes. And for me, I enjoy this part of it, but I think people need to remember, especially Drag Race fans, myself included, this is TV. It's not real life. It is a show. They are here to compete for a show. It is different from a regular season because it's a shorter bracket and it's a competition within a competition. So quit throwing shade at Mistress because she's being who she is. That's what she was cast for, and that's what she's delivering on. What do you think?
Yeah, like you said, I see both sides of it. I feel like she's good at competition. I mean, she's the old school pageant Texas queen. She's really good at competition. She's very cutthroat. And she's really good at TV. And everybody knows this. I think the difference is not everybody that plays the game is that cutthroat. And I feel like she's putting TV and the competition above friendship, which is fine. But you also can't get upset when you ruffle the tail feathers of the girls that are in the competition with you, because the girls know it's a competition. But at the same time, you know a lot of these girls, you have a relationship with these girls. And even for the sake of TV, that's going to be on TV forever. Like, I could see, I would probably, even if I was friends with her and she was like that to me on TV, like, and she like betrayed me for the sake of views to make good TV, I would understand it, but I would be in my feelings a little bit about it.
Frank, jump in and join us. Jump in, Frank. Frank, join, Frank. Chevy says Shocker Frank didn't realize the logo change. He does. That's why it's watching, so that we can see what everything looks like from a viewer's perspective. So lots of changes coming to the channel. Y'all keep an eye out, see if you can catch them. Especially once Big Brother gets here. Hint, hint. I'm not caught up, but I love you. You both look so cute. Thanks so much, Queens. Love you. He's working behind the scenes on some new graphics and some new animation, all that other stuff. So y'all just stay tuned. The Queens, we working. I promise y'all, we working. Sophie Duffy said, I don't watch Drag Race. I came here to support you, Queens. Oh, we love you, Sophie Duffy. Thank you.
Sophie.
All right, so let's get going. Ooh, girl. So last week, the girls gave us a rap roast that was equal parts slay and sabotage. And the scoreboard looks like this. Frank says, keep holding it down, ladies. I'll catch y'all later. Love you, boo. The scoreboard looks a little chaotic and kind of like a group project where Georges and Mistress are the only ones that did the homework. Both are sitting pretty with 4.5 points. You're wondering, how did they each get a 0.5 point? They both won the challenge last week, and instead of getting a point each, they got a half a point. Let's be honest, that half a point is good because it's going to be harder for someone to catch them.
That's exactly what I was saying. I think they saw the two winners. I think they changed the point system up last minute because they wanted at least them two to be in the top, and they knew that whoever else was going to get it wasn't going to beat them two out. Like, they wanted Georges and Mistress to go to the end. Production, the judges wanted them to go to the end. That's why they did that whole half point, because if someone had 4 points, they're going to have to at least have 5 to get over them, which was almost impossible at the very last episode. So they knew it was going to be hard for any of the other girls to catch up to that. So,
yep. So they're at 4.5 points each. Lydia's been second with 3. Tina Burner's in third with 2 points. And poor Carrie Coley and Nicole Paige Brooks are in dead last with a big goose egg. But both are sitting pretty with those 4.5. Sophie Duffy says you queens probably don't like the new Destination Next show. I like it. I've only seen the first episode. I need to catch up with the other couple of episodes that have come out. But I love the first episode. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it.
Never seen it.
But yeah, both are sitting pretty with 4.5 points. Looking down at the other queens, like, you can't sit with us unless you're strategic. Let's see here. Now this week the queens had to hand out MVQ points again, and that is most valuable queen, not to be confused with most vindictive queen, although you decide. But this time, no Georges and no Mistress in the mix, meaning that the bottom 4 finally had room to breathe without getting steamrolled by strategy, supposedly. But oh honey, the politics are politicking. Carrie and Lydia had a little points pact. And for once, someone on Drag Race kept their word, because we get Carrie giving Lydia her point. Nicole gave her point to Carrie, and then Lydia gives hers to Carrie. So Carrie got 2 points, and Tina Burner was left with nothing but gave hers to Nicole Paige Brooks.
I felt bad for Tina because I feel like Tina gave Cynthia gave Nicole Paige Brooks her point because she felt bad for her on the last episode when she gave it to Mistress, but also she already has 2 points. So, like, yeah, I'm sure she would have liked to have had a 3rd point, but like, she already had 2 points. I don't think she was that upset about it, but I'm glad that she gave her point to Nicole, because Nicole's like, I'm number 1, bitches.
Well, girl, I think this photo showing her face shows that she feels differently about it, because I think she was pissed.
She had a good poker face in front of Mistress. Mistress is like, oh, no one gave you the point, girl.
Well, she did, but then she goes home and she sleeps on it. And I think she stewed on it overnight, because she came back in the workroom and Mama was pissed. Mama was hot. Mama was steaming.
Tina, like, I don't know if because Tina already had that drama with Mistress posting that photo about her, I thought it was doctored up to make it bigger than it was. But, like, she is not having any of Mistress. Like, maybe that was just, like, a little bit of drama for production. Like, oh, let's bring up this photo. Let's kiki about it after. But I think the way Mistress is playing the game, it's starting to piss Tina off. And Tina is not having any of Mistress this season.
Well, but that Tina is not being a strategic player. Like, I mean, and I'm not saying that you've got to be as messy as Mistress is to, like, play this game correctly, but you got to at least play the game a little bit. And none of them are. They can't catch up. And Mistress knows I've got 3 episodes. By the time any of these queens are figuring out what's happening, they're in only 1 episode left. Like, they're just now realizing what needs to happen. And we're in the 3rd episode. But yeah, Tina wants a sisterhood, and Lydia is thinking semifinals. And then we cut to Lydia saying in the confessionals, why would I give her my point and tie her up with myself? This is a game. Ding, ding. Like, girl, if you're playing Monopoly, are you going to sit there and you going to be nice to your friends sit next to you and be like, here, girl, you're losing and you don't got no money. I'm going to give you all this money. And
you look at Mistress and look at all the other girls. All the other girls, these little skinny mini queens that focus all on their looks and their pretty outfits and stuff, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I would probably be the same way. I would want to look my best all the time. But Mistress is one of those queens. She probably watches nothing but reality TV and competition and stuff. Like, she knows the game. She's been in the pageant circuit. Like, she's old school Texas drag. Like, she's too advanced for these girls. Like, even a lot of these girls that are younger, and the crazy thing is, she's not even that young. She's under 30.
Mistress is 25.
Yeah, so she's like, I mean, she's not even that old. She's not even that old. Like, she's 25 years old, and she literally is playing the game better than the 56-year-olds that have been on the TV show, that have been in the game longer.
Girl. At this point, it is what it is. It's like,
I could not be in a competition like this because I would be one to get my feelings hurt, because I'm not an overly competitive person. But if you keep like backstabbing me and like saying you're going to do something and then you don't do it, I'm like all about loyalty and trust. And like, once you break that, like,
but here's the thing you have to remember. You have to do that, and you got to be the first one to do that, because things like this, that's these strategic games. Is, let's say you and I go into something and we already know each other. So the first thing we get there, we look at each other and we're like, we've got each other's backs. Then let's say Sophie Dophy comes to you the next day and it's like, girl, I'm so excited to play this with you. You and I, it's me and you all the way to the end. Well, you've already got one with me and you know me better, and you're not going to stab me in the back. Are you going to tell Sophie Dophy, oh, I'm sorry, I can't work with you? No, you're not. You're going to lie to Sophie Dophy. You're going to be like, yes, girl, you and me all the way to the end. Then you're going to tell me on the side, Sophie Dophy thinks that she's got me on her side. That's the number for us. Then you and Sophie Dophy are talking later, and she's like, I think I might try to vote Mackenzie out. And you're like, actually, I heard so-and-so saying something about you. We should go after them first. Mackenzie, we can take care of her later. You're shielding me, but you're not going to tell Sophie Dophy the truth, because then Sophie Dophy's not going to work with you because she doesn't want to work with me. So, I mean, like, that's what's going on here. And if this was a normal, if this was a normal season of All Stars, or if this was just Drag Race in general, this wouldn't come into play. But when it comes into play where the girls are the one with the power, like a normal All Star season, whoever wins gets to pick who goes on. Picks their lipstick or whatever, or the lip sync, whatever. So it's not up to the judges. It's up to the queens. So there has to be a little bit more politicking. And
I just want everybody to win. I just want to go in there and make friends and have fun and play with the girls.
Hi, Sean.
Yeah, having to be cut. I can't be cutthroat. I cannot be that. I'm too much in my head already. I could not. I would be battling with myself. I would go nuts. I could not be in a competition like this. I couldn't. I would go nuts.
But that's why, Georgia's, if I was in there and I knew that two people had a long-term connection, like Mistress and Georgia's, or in the first episode or the first bracket, Irene and Bosco, they would be my top priority to but you can't eliminate in this. So, I mean, you have to be strategic about it, and you have to play. What is it you said last week? Mistress is playing advanced chess, and the rest of them are trying to figure out how to play checkers.
Mistress is playing chess. The rest of the girls are playing checkers.
Well, and I think Georges is playing chess, and I think Lydia is playing chess, but they're not doing it as hardcore as Mistress.
I think that they are under Mistress's wing because Mistress likes them, or they're her honorary drag daughters like they were with the twins on her original season. I think that's why they are they're strong in their game. They're strong in the competition anyway, but I feel like Mistress saw that they were going to be strong contenders. So instead of trying to like play against them, she's going to play with them and try to get the weaker girls out.
Yeah.
Or quote weaker girls, if you can say that.
I was thinking about like if this had been any other cast, like it would be different. But you've got three, and they cast it really well. There's 3 heroes and 3 villains, basically. But yeah, so Tina's had something to say about how things went down the previous day. Then Mistress, in her pure evil form, tries to put the blame on Tina, saying that Tina had planned to steal points like Mistress and Georges had done on the first episode. Tina denies it, but her anger and how pissed off she keeps getting and how mad she is about not getting a point just makes Mistress's point seem valid and makes the queens be like, I mean, you are kind of upset about it for no reason.
Mistress, she is going to do what she does best, stir that freaking pot. Mistress is going to, whenever there's a bad vibe or like there's weird energy in the room, she is the first to call it out. Like if she sees that someone is like visibly mad or upset about something, what's wrong, girl? What's the matter? Are you upset that they didn't give you a point last night? What's wrong, girl? Do you want to talk about it? Like she put that knife in and she just keeps like twisting it. Girl. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not hating on Mistress at all. She is great TV. She is a great competitor. She is great at competition stuff like this. She is playing chess. But I'm not gonna lie. If I was in a competition with her and she was coming for me and playing the game like she is with Nicole and Tina and Carrie, I would be pissy too. I can't say that I wouldn't be like Tina.
But so if I was in this and I was doing something and I see I'm coming into a room and there's Mistress's side and there's not Mistress's side. I'm going to Mistress's side and I'm getting behind Mistress and be like, girl, I got y'all back all the way. I'm riding with you, boo, because then I'm not going to have her shit coming towards me. But I mean, it's good TV because we're talking about it and we're 30 minutes in and we've been talking about this the majority of the time. So obviously it's good.
We're 6 episodes in and I feel like this bracket has the most drama, which we already kind of knew. But I'm like, what if this is just building the suspense for the season and like the next bracket is even more so? I'm wondering.
I don't know. I think the next bracket is going to be disappointing after this bracket. I'm just because like,
it's going to be so late. But the next bracket, watch it be so laid back. Like we're like, oh, we can't wait until like all the brackets are finished so that we can get into the real stuff.
So RuPaul struts into the workroom with a sparkle in her eye and a budget-friendly idea. Drags the girls to her 1987 film fever dream of Starrbooty. It's giving bootylicious with a sprinkle of Broadway boot camp. And the roles are going to be divided into 2 groups. You're going to have the Booty Squad, which is, that messed up. The Booty Squad, which is our heroines, Coffee, Tea, and Mimi. And then the Agents of Puss, the villainous Foxy, Moxie, and Pam.
Okay, why does Nicole Paige Brooks in her boy drag, why does she look like she works at a quick lube oil change station?
Because she probably does.
Go back to the first one.
She's right here. The first one was Mistress.
No, the last one before this one.
Yeah.
She looks like she's about to change tires.
Yeah, but look, here she is right here sitting on the couch.
Oh my gosh.
Girl.
And then Harry Colby looks like she's on the cast of Kinky Boots.
Yeah, she does. Girl.
And then Tina Burner is going to be a lumberjack on the side.
Girl, she's something. And then here we have again Mistress. Mistress is once again proving that she is the queen of mind games and mayhem because RuPaul says, I'm going to let you sort the roles out for yourself. But what happens? Mistress assigns the fucking roles like she's casting her own community theater revival of Spy Kids. And her goal is to put all the girls she considered, quote, the fools, which are Carrie, Nicole, and Tina, into the same team, and then sit back and watch the chaos cook. And girl, nobody objects. Not even a polite, can we chat in the corner? Just blind fucking acceptance. And these queens folding faster than a tuck gone wrong for Trinity the Tuck. And true to Mistress's name for them, the fools are happy that they're the heroes and that the other girls are villains because it is, quote, perfect casting. So do you think they should have fought up for the roles, or was it smart to sit back and let Mistress choose it and build her throne?
She's been running this bracket since she walked in the room. I would have fought for it.
Girl,
I wouldn't get. She's literally been playing all these girls. Like, that is the one thing I would fight on. That's one way you could piss her off, is where she doesn't get what she wants for some reason.
Yep. I would have sat there, and even if it was horrible, I would have fought to tooth and nail to have taken the role that Mistress wanted.
The best way to get back at someone like that is give them the taste of their own medicine.
And that would have been better TV. Yeah.
Honestly, Nicole, Tina Burner has kind of been giving it back to her, but like only when Mistress keeps digging does she actually say anything. Now, Nicole Paige Brooks has been the only one in the group giving it back to Mistress. And it has been hilarious the whole time.
Girl, we're going to talk more about Nicole here in a few minutes. I got some thoughts, but girl.
Nicole Paige Brooks, Mistress, you're just bothered because I am number one. Look, I'm number one on the board.
She is fucking delusional.
She is in her delusion era, as Mistress would say.
So with the help of vocal coach Leland and music producer Gabe Lopez and some killer choreo assistants, the queens rehearsed their booties off, or tried to. Nicole asked us, am I Whitney Houston and Eminem? And then she says that she planned to fall asleep no matter what Mistress did. And honestly, iconic behavior. She is living her unbothered auntie life.
I'm so bored. Can I take a nap?
Girl.
Like, wake me up when Mistress is done.
Carrie Colby is then told to bring out some comedy in her vocals. So she said she is channeling her feminine top energy. Girl, I spit my Coke out when I heard that. Are you going to channel your feminine top energy, girl?
Never.
Girl. Then the girls get to do dance and choreography. To dancer and director and choreographer to the stars, Adam Shankman. Out of both of these, who do you think is struggling and who do you think is killing it?
Nicole was definitely struggling. I feel like Georges and Carrie and Lydia seemed pretty good. Mistress was a little in her head about it. And then Tina had me shaking there for a minute, but I think honestly it was probably Tina, Mistress, and Nicole that were probably struggling the most with the choreo at first. But the other three, like Carrie and Georges and Lydia, were doing pretty well.
You know, we got to just say really quickly to like, and I was going to say this on a runway, but if I don't say it now, I'm going to forget. Like Lydia Butthole Collins, we have to remember, she went home on her season, had basically a week to get all of her shit together and film. And one of the things that I complained about her last season was she was not modeling on the runway correctly. She was waiting till the last moment to do reveals. Or no, she was doing reveals too early. Or she always was hiding her face. No, like these past couple of episodes, like for her, and here's the difference y'all have to remember is that all of these other queens get to go home, watch themselves on TV, critique their looks, change how they look, change their runways, change their outfits, and then get a little bit of money and then come back for All Stars. She had none of that. All she had was critiques from the last season and some money to get some new things together for the new season. So she's not seen herself on TV. She's not been able to edit or critique anything. So for her to have this much growth this fast is just like, bravo, girl.
I think she's the only drag queen in history that literally had like literally less than a week to prep from her original season, stop filming to starting filming All Stars.
I think the only other queen was maybe Jan. Didn't she come back immediately to All Stars for her? But I think she had like a month or so.
Yeah,
like it wasn't a week.
She had like a month, but like Lydia literally had, she's like, oh, I had a week. We stopped filming and I got home and I literally had a week to get my drag back together and fly back to LA and start filming for All Stars. A week. And I feel like she would have done better on her season a couple months ago, but I feel like she was under the shadow of her and Corey's love story. And I feel like Corey was kind of holding her back because you kind of saw her after Corey left. She kind of started to shine a bit more.
Yeah.
So I feel like not having Corey there, I think has helped her tremendously. But I think she's still in competition mode. I mean, my God, the girl was only gone for a week and then had to come back for All Stars. She's still in competition mode.
Yeah. Yep. We find out our guest judge is Adam Shankman. He's joined, of course, by RuPaul, Michelle Visage, and Carson Kressley. I like this judging panel. I thought they were like, I think Carson and Adam have probably fucked, but I like Adam better as a judge than and yes, I'm going to say it. I like him better than I like Ross Matthews.
I like Carson Kressley so much as a person. I would rather have him judge than Ross Matthews. I'm just not a fan of Ross Matthews. I don't know why. I don't dislike him. I just don't really like him as a judge.
I don't feel like he has room for any critique on drag, except for maybe the roast or something comedy. But he
looks great. He's lost a ton of weight. I'll have whatever intestinal parasite he's having. I mean, and the word is monsoon.
I think his intestinal parasite was what did they say last episode? Georges was in his colon. So,
oh yes.
So Georges has been sitting there eating all of it. So we get into Starrbooty, the Rebooty. What'd you think of Starrbooty, the Rebooty?
Wasn't there? They did a musical of Starrbooty before. That's why this is the reboot, the Rebooty, because they've done a musical challenge of Starrbooty. But what is Starrbooty a play on? Like, what is it?
Fox Cleopatra, like a bunch of 70s and 80s, Okay. Yep. So first up, we're going to give our critiques for Miss Tina Burner. I thought she was okay. I would have given it $1. I wasn't super impressed by any of it.
So we're doing their performance as well as their runway.
Yes.
I feel like Tina kind of carried. Everyone is saying that they think Carrie carried it. I feel like Tina carried it, to be honest. I would tip her a couple of dollars because I feel like she carried the group.
I agree and I disagree in a way. I feel like she carried it a little bit, but I feel like we expected her to do well in this challenge. So for it to be just a grand slam, I needed her to go above and beyond and give Jinx Monsoon level performances. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like we got that. I feel like we got just enough or just what we needed.
Yeah. I would but I would tip her more than $1. I would tip her a couple of dollars.
I feel like her vocals were like, oh, I've got this. Whereas with, we'll get to her in a second. So, yeah. So next up we have Miss Carrie Colby. Now, Carrie Colby, I would make it rain just because of the comedy of it, where she took her voice,
I would
channeled her feminine top energy.
You know who she was giving with the hair and that outfit?
Pam Anderson.
No, Showgirls. Nomi Malone.
That too. But she's also given Pamela Anderson. She was also given a little bit of Anna Nicole Smith.
I would tip her a couple of dollars, just like Tina, because I feel like she did pretty well. I just feel like the villains group outshined them heavily.
Oh, yes.
So I would tip her a couple of dollars. I wouldn't make it rain, but I would tip her a couple.
Next, we have Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia.
She's mother. We love her, but it was a bit of a yawn.
I would give it $1 just because she's Nicole Paige Brooks.
I would tip her $1 at the beginning, and then I would go on smoke break.
But I'm going to say this, and you brought this up to me on the phone earlier. Like, we read Nicole for a lot of her stuff, and not Nicole. We read Phoenix and bracket 1 for a lot of her looks and a lot of her things, and details. But if I'm being fair and honest, Phoenix outshined Nicole Paige Brooks in this season of what we saw in their 3 brackets, or the 2 brackets. Love Nicole Paige Brooks. She outshined Phoenix when it came to good TV, memeable quotes, all of that other stuff, and just pure chaos on TV. But when it comes to fashion, runway, and looks, Phoenix completely outshined her. And I think we need to be fair and call that out and quit giving Nicole Paige Brooks a pass because she's granny. And it's a competition after all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Phoenix definitely gave it to us on the runway. She was just very
Hi, Mary.
High old school glamour, like pageant drag. Like that's, was it a little dated compared to the other girls? Yes. But was it elevated compared to Nicole Paige Brooks' wardrobe? Yes.
Yeah.
So
not too much on grandmother.
Oh Lord.
No, okay, because it's Nicole. Yes. But we've had other queens who are a little bit more iconic at times, and we've read them to filth because of their outfits and things. And I think we need to be fair is fair.
We were only giving Phoenix and Nicole grace because they've had so many, like 15 years in between their original seasons. And now that's the only reason we gave them a little bit of grace. Had they been on a prior season or a season just a couple years ago, we would be reading them a lot heavier than we are now.
But that's not an excuse, because look at Chanel. Chanel was on first season. Then she was on All Stars 1 and then All Stars 9. But, Chanel has elevated drag. So it's not an excuse that, I haven't been on, I haven't got, no, you still got the platform, maybe not as much as other queens, but you've got looks. And like this hair like what she's wearing here, I love. But like some of the other hair she wore that was so flat, it's just, I love seeing polished, like high glam Nicole. And I know she can do it. I just want to see it. And to me, it's like, it feels a little late.
This wig and the orange
yes,
Turner wig that she wore in the last challenge, that is the best her hair has ever looked. This is the wig that she needs to be wearing.
Yep, I agree.
And her makeup looks okay here. It just needs to be a little bit heavier coverage, I feel.
The other thing is, here are all the 3 of the girls together. For the agents, what are they? What's under your name? The Booty Squad. For the Booty Squad, there's no cohesion here. Like, none of their looks match. They don't look like a group. They look like 3 individual people that met on the street and just decided they were going to flash dance together.
Yeah. They don't look like a girl group. There is no cohesion whatsoever. I feel like they could have they could have looked in each other's wardrobes and borrowed a couple of things and made their outfits. The only thing that is common about their outfits is they're all wearing a short mini dress. But like, they could have at least all wore boots, and only 2 of them are. They could have at least wore. I don't think
is Tina wearing boots, or is she wearing leggings? I can't tell.
No. Isn't Nicole and Carrie wearing boots and Tina's wearing heels?
I think Carrie, hold on, let me take off.
I can't see Carrie's.
Carrie
Okay.
is wearing flat heels.
See, they're all wearing the same length dress, but Tina Turner looks like
Tina Burner.
Yeah, Tina Burner looks like the Joan Rivers robot off of Spaceballs. And
Nicole looks more the part of any of the other two, but she didn't know the choreography. She was, and I think they even called her out on that. And they said, I've never seen someone do the complete opposite of what the choreography was actually supposed to be.
It takes so much talent to literally do the opposite move of what you're supposed to do.
Ooh, Mary said it, not us. Mary said Nicole truly earned her first out position. Oh, she talking about Granny. Oh, just messing with you, Mary. Now let's move on to the Agents of Puss. First up, we have Lydia Butthole Collins. Make it fucking rain.
I feel like all three of them did amazing. I'm going to make it rain for all three of them.
Yep. I completely agree. She was fun. Mistress was fun. Although Mistress was more low key, like she was lower energy than I expected her to be for this. And I almost wonder if it wasn't a little bit purposeful because she wanted to be on the stage giving a point away because she thought it would be good TV. Like this was not the Mistress that we know. It was a lot lower energy. You know, I don't know if it was just, I don't know. That's just me being
very Yara Sophia with the hair outfit.
Yep. I thought that too. And Georgia's was great. But I love how they all match.
Cohesive. So cohesive. They're all wearing black with red accents.
Yep.
And although they are completely different outfits, the same color scheme, and they all look demonic, like demonic villains. This is what we mean about girl group cohesion.
Yep. I mean, think about it. Like RuPaul, every time we have any type of a girl group challenge, or anytime we have a makeover challenge, it's all about who matches, who complements each other. So why on God's green earth would you go out there as the good group or the heroes and go out there dressed separately? Like they're not playing the game. They're not thinking strategically. I mean, at this point, I feel like Drag Race, it's been on so long that we almost have a playbook of how to win or how to do well on Drag Race.
The crazy thing is the villain group are the ones that made it through, and the heroes group are the ones that didn't make it through. It's so crazy that the three of them were together and the other three of them were together.
The three of them were working together and they were being strategic about it. You know, and we'll get more to that in a minute with the point. But so here we go. So next up it is runway time, and the category was Wild Wild West. And the queens stomped, slithered, and sashayed like the rent was due. First up, we have Mistress Isabel Brooks.
Giving us old school Tina Burner colors, but way more elevated. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I would mop this.
Yep. I'm also going to mop this. The only thing I am going to call out about it is it was very loose in the hips and like the crotch area. So you can kind of see wrinkles and it kind of bunching up a little bit. Outside of that, I loved it. I love the hat. It was very,
I must say,
very Texas, very pageantry.
It is the flattest I've ever seen her hair, because she couldn't wear, of course, a high wig because of the hat and the weight of it. But when she took the hat off and untucked, I was like, this is the flattest I've ever seen Mistress's wigs.
Yep. Next up, we have Georges.
I know they kind of read her a little bit, but I love that everybody else went with like Yosemite Sam, Texas, like chaps and stuff. I love that she went for like a saloon girl. Yeah, I love that. I feel like that was more creative. I thought, granted, she has been a lot of her outfits on the 3 episodes of this bracket have been showing a lot of body, but the outfits that she has been wearing have been bedazzled the shit out of, which we complain when other girls either have a big outfit with no rhinestones or they wear a little outfit and there's like 1 or 2 rhinestones on it. She knows what to do with the little bit of fabric that she does wear on her body. Oh my God. There was like 2 people I was fighting between for the slay of the day. Oh my God. What do you think? What's your opinion? I'm gonna wait.
No, you got to get yours before I get mine.
Let me look. It's so tiny and simple, but at the same time, it looks so good. Who else is left?
Carrie, Lydia, Nicole.
Okay, this is gonna be my slave.
And Tina.
Tina's, I liked it, but I didn't like the color scheme on it, and it was kind of cartoonish for me. It's my slay of the day.
I felt like this was very simple. I felt like there were others whose looks were a lot more elevated than hers was. I feel like this did not match the performance that we got in the first round. I mean, it's Georgia. She can pull it off because she's got the teeny tiny body, but I wasn't impressed by it. And I'm too fat to wear it. So for me, it's a meh. It's popcorn pass.
I forgot Lydia's is pretty intricate. Lydia's is really good.
Next up, we have Miss Carrie Colby.
I get what she was going. She was going for that very Cowboy Carter with like Beyonce's country album or country inspired album. Sorry, it's not a country album. Country inspired.
Mary said another corset bikini from George's and rolled her eyes. And then Adam says, "Don't do it." Yep.
Yeah, Mary, I agree. It is another rhinestone corset outfit, and a lot of these skinnier girls are relying a lot on their body, and here we are in All Stars, and they're still doing it. But I also my opinion plays into like something that I would particularly wear, and I like it. There's just it's the hat for me. I don't like the hat. Yeah. The outfit, I know what she's going for. It's supposed to be like rain, and I just don't like the hat on it. Like I would mop it, but I would not wear the hat, or I would change the hat.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like she's trying to go for the Kim K Met Gala, wet look with this. I agree. There's something about the hat. I don't know if it's the way that the fabric was, done on. Adam just said the best cereal box hat. Adam, you were
like a cereal box hat, but it looks like she took a white garbage bag and pinned it all over it. That's what it looks like, a white garbage bag. And I get your comparison. It does look. She was going for the Thierry Mugler's. The wet t-shirt dress that Kim K wore, that she was corseted into for every inch of her life, basically. That's kind of what she was going for, but a little bit of like Beyonce's Cowboy Carter thrown in there. I would mop it, but again, the hat was disgraceful.
Nelson Henry says, looks like one of those foam ballpark hats. Yeah. I know how she made, like, this is made with like pizza boxes, but it's like a big cardboard box. You cut it out, you shape it, then you hot glue fabric onto it. That way it's lightweight, it's easier to transport, or even like some harder foam material. But I don't like the hat. I don't like this hair with it, to me, with the hair over her shoulder, it's blocking the outfit. Like, it's still a gorgeous outfit, though. It's just little details. So that's why I'm not giving it a slay of the day. I am going to mop this, and I would fix some of the things so that it could look a lot better. Although my fat ass would be pouring out on the sides if I tried to wear this, but I would probably still try to wear it. Next up, we have Miss Tina Burner,
which was, oddly enough, RuPaul said it was her favorite look of the night.
RuPaul's doing crack.
It's very Toy Story. It's very Xena, Princess Warrior. It's very.
How do you know about Xena? You too young to know about Xena.
My dad used to watch Xena, the Princess Warrior, and I had her Barbie doll. When I was 6 years old, I had her Barbie doll. But I didn't like it because her Barbie doll didn't have tiptoe feet. It had flat feet, and she wore ugly gladiator sandals.
Nelson says, yes.
Yes.
I'll go first on this one since you went first on the last couple ones. I feel like RuPaul was smoking crack. Nelson also was thinking Xena Warrior Princess.
Yes. Yes, Nelson.
I'll say this. I do feel like I like the fact that she is going away from her pink and orange and whatever she was going with her, I like that she's venturing out, but this look did not do it for me. Like, I expected something really good from her, and that's why I'm giving this a couch catastrophe. I hated this look.
Like, she's like changing up her color profile, but it's almost like she's going through like a Derek Barry phase where Derek Barry was trying to do a different face than Brittany.
Yes.
She's trying to do a different color scheme, but I feel like it's the same vibe that we're seeing. And she changed it up before she even got on Drag Race, and she's still kind of struggling with it. I don't think it's the most horrible look I've ever seen. It's just a popcorn pass for me. But yeah, it is giving Xena Warrior Princess meets Toy Story. That's what it's giving me.
Adam said, Ruslana Ukrainian Warrior vibes meets Texas Ho all the way down. That's funny. I agree, Adam. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, Ben says, well, Kenzie did not pray hard enough. Rest in peace. Hashtag Team Dakota. Dakota didn't even pray. So why are you Team Dakota now? That's the reason they died, or they didn't make it. Next up we have Miss, because I'm saving the best for last. Next up we have Lydia Butthole Collins.
Giving us Yosemite Sam meets a hook.
I'll go first. This is my fucking slay of the day. I fucking love this look. Remember how I was talking earlier? Remember her season? I kept critiquing him and like, she does not work the runway very well. She gets to, she never takes her hats off. This bitch wore the hat, got to the middle, then takes off the hat, like does a little peek, then takes it off, and then continues. She learned some lessons from her season. I don't know how, because she only had a fucking week, but this was fun, different. I've never seen anything like this on the runway before. It was different. I loved it.
Yeah,
said this was the look.
It is very elevated, and she's been giving us she's given us almost always elevated looks, and she makes almost all of her outfits. Like, I commend her for that, even that she comes up with these concepts. She's very much like she wasn't the winner, but she was in the top. Her and her mother made all of her looks for Drag Race on her season.
The season 12.
She's trans now.
Hold on, because it was the one that the COVID season that Jade Essence Hall won. You're thinking about Gigi Good.
Gigi Good. That is what Lydia gives me with her her eye for fashion and her concepts. Is she's on like Gigi Good's level. Hers is a bit more whimsical than Gigi's was. Gigi's is more high fashion. Hers is a bit more whimsical. But again,
Gigi's, like you said, was more high fashion. I think Lydia's is more like grunge, like a darker grunge side.
Yeah, I feel like Lydia's is like fashion, but also whimsical, whereas Gigi's was more just like high fashion, period. But I commend her for making almost all of her outfits, and like the fact that she can not only design but make this.
What are you doing with this one?
I would mop it. I wouldn't wear it, but I would mop it.
It would fit your aesthetic there in your kitchen. The hat, you got the,
Oh yeah, not my candlesticks, but the longhorn head on my table.
I'm gonna hold it up a little bit.
Yeah, on my my centerpiece on my table. Yeah. That's why I don't have a bunch of stuff stacked up on my table in my dining room. That is literally my centerpiece. It's just extra.
Adam has a good point. He says it's fashioned a la peppermint / Bob. I completely agree with that as well. Like
it's high fashion, but it's comedy. Like
she's got a point of view with her fashion and with her looks. It's like, not just to be glamorous or pretty. She's got a concept.
Yeah,
she's thought about it.
Always high fashion with a little bit of camp thrown in there.
Nelson Henry says, I've never seen the show before. So the contestants make their own outfits. Sometimes. So for this guy, whenever they're going to get, there's usually 14 to 16 episodes. So they're going to say, you need to bring a runway outfit that is Western inspired. You need to bring a runway outfit that is plants inspired, or like Little Shop of Horrors inspired. Then there'll be some episodes where they will get there and they have to design a look for a ball challenge where they have to make 1 or 2 outfits. So it's a little bit of Project Runway meets America's Next Top Model meets
some queens, like even on the challenges where like they don't have to make their own outfit, there's just some queens that are so good at designing and making outfits. They made almost all their outfits for their for the competition. So like Lydia's just one of those. She makes almost all of her outfits. Some of the other girls buy their outfits from designers, or they have them made specifically for them, or they borrow them from other drag queens. Yeah, but Lydia's just one of those few queens where she can make all of her outfits. She can design and make all of them.
And they asked her that in this episode, if she made everything she's wearing here, and she said yes. Yeah. However, we know that other queens like Carrie Colby, she did not make any of this. Someone else made this, and she paid a lot of money for it because she's not a seamstress. She doesn't sew. Same with Georges. Same with Mistress. Mistress can make stuff, but Mistress more than likely bought this. But yeah, so it just depends on the challenge. Let's see. Mary says, Daya is our only hope for some pretty strategic drama in the next bracket. Nelson then says, yes, love some Project Runway. This is awesome. You really should watch it. It's fun. Once you get into it, it takes sometimes a little bit to get into it, especially in All-Star season, because we already know a lot of these queens. But yeah. So let's see. The last but not least, we have Chaos on the Runway, Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia.
And they complimented her on this outfit, and I think they were being nice. And I think she was actually supposed to be like secretariat in this. She was actually supposed to be the horse.
And Adam said, Lydia Butthole Collins only had a 12-day turnaround for her All-Stars, allegedly. Yes. So that right there is bravo.
Yep.
Yeah. Mary says this is a shock. What were you saying about the split though?
This was for me, it was a couch catastrophe. Love her. She is mother. She is in my bracket. And love Nicole Paige Brooks. She can do no wrong in my eyes, but baby, this is a couch catastrophe for me. I don't like it. I feel like the judges were being nice.
This was your first couch catastrophe. Yay!
Yeah, my first couch catastrophe. on this season of All Stars, but I don't like it. I know that the wig was supposed to be giving mane, and it was not giving that at all. It was giving an overgrown mullet.
It was giving mange.
The outfit was very pedestrian. Like it looked like someone's mother that wanted to dress up as a horse in a stable for Halloween, and she ordered it from Amazon and put some rhinestones on it. Like, I just don't, I'm not a fan. I didn't like it at all.
Like, y'all see Nicole on the left side of your screen? The one wearing the pink, standing on top of the computer screen with the blowout, like the fabulous, that's the Nicole Paige Brooks I need to show up for the season. Not wearing a halter that doesn't fit with and that ponytail did not look like it was a tail. It looked like it was coming out of her asshole. Like it looked like she had not shaved her pussy in a while. And it's just
Nicole Paige Brooks and that pink outfit on the corner of the screen. That is the brand name of Nicole Paige Brooks. This is the Temu version right here at the bottom of the screen.
Girl, look, Adam just said, Nicole, it's giving selling cherry pie from season 2.
Where they had to go out on the street and sell pie. Would y'all like to buy some pie?
You want to buy some cherry pie? Mary says Nicole was tired of the foolery, and Adam also says, but I absolutely love Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta. Yes. We love Nicole Paige Brooks too, but
she's in Adam.
It's disappointing because we all know, everybody that's watching this, Adam, you know this. Me and Dakota know this. She can turn some looks. Look here. Look at her pink look on the side of the screen. She obviously can turn some looks. Didn't see it here. And I am going to also follow Dakota, and I'm giving this a fucking couch catastrophe.
Yeah.
Girl.
Her promo looks were the brand name, and then her look on the runway this season, her looks on the runway, the last 3 episodes have been the Temu version.
Mary said, this is the outfit where you leave the pageant before they announce the winner and you walk out the back door.
I feel like this is like what a furry would wear. Like if they were like into kinks with horses, like this is
bronies. This is what the bronies would wear.
The what?
The bronies.
Bronies?
Have you not seen that Netflix documentary, The Bronies?
Mm-mm.
It is men who are into My Little Pony, and they like to dress up as My Little Ponies, and they call themselves bronies, BRONIES. You have got to watch this documentary. Where'd your camera go?
Dakota has left the chat.
Are you picking your nose, girl?
No, because I'm just done with that. Anything to do with animals and no.
Oh, girl, no, hold on. Here, I got the perfect brony picture. And you've seen this picture. One moment, please. I am uploading. I'm uploading. Un momento, por favor. Boop. That is a brony.
Gowns, beautiful gowns.
Adam says daytime furry. Nelson says guys that like My Little Pony. LOL.
I am not kink shaming. Y'all pay your own bills. I am not filing y'all's taxes. Y'all can do whatever you want. I'm not kink shaming, but baby, I guess I am just the most vanilla girl in the world because I'm not into any of that crazy stuff.
No, really? Girl, we can't tell. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to? You sure you don't want to go have sex with a brony?
Do I have a dog leash around my neck? Do I have a dog?
Girl, it's not a dog leash. They put bits in their mouth and you ride them like a horse.
I'm not just talking about the bronies. I'm talking about like the furries and everything else. Like,
well, some furries don't like to be walked, and some it's only pups, and usually then it's their handler that walks them.
Baby, no.
The only thing Dakota's handling is dick.
Oof.
Okay. So
one of my friends said, they're like, oh, like all the oh my God, what did they say? Someone said something. Oh, I forgot what I was talking about. Never mind. We can move on. Forget it. I already forgot what I was going to say.
Girl, your mind sometimes just.
I have some timers. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't.
Adam's like, next question.
Yes, I'm with Adam. On to the next.
Yeah. If anyone's new and they don't know, I am the evil rotted whore that has a lot of experience in life, and Dakota is the pure angelic angel that's.
When me and Mackenzie met, I was 23 years old and she was like 62, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I was 23. Mackenzie was like, what, you were 38, 39?
37. I was about to turn 38 because we met.
Okay. So I was
January of 2008.
And we met through her boyfriend. Because anyway, we're not going to go into that story, but anyway, I was 23, she was 37. We became friends through her ex-boyfriend. And I was a virgin at the time.
No.
And not just a virgin, like I was a virgin, period. And I was very innocent.
And she was a virgin that was like, I just want to wait till I find the right one and not get. And I'm like, girl, you just need to go and find somebody and let them beat the brakes off you. You know, like you just need to lose it. Like,
and I took her advice, and lo and behold, I lost my virginity to a heavily alcoholic man. And if I would have waited,
who had also tried hooking up with me.
Yeah, if I would have waited a couple months longer, I would have found my Prince Charming. So I wish I would have waited, because I'm like, I waited 24 years of my life to do the nasty, and I had to lose it to him. Baby.
Chewbacca.
Yeah. So thankfully, I've only been with a handful of people in my life. Mackenzie's been with a couple thousand handfuls. So we differ in that. You guys think the way that I look and the way that Mackenzie looks, Mackenzie's more natural, girl next door. I'm more like exotic, sex kitten. Do not let the looks deceive you. Like, I am very old school and very vanilla. She loves the men. She boy crazy over her. Not the other way around.
Fear. A handful or a fistful? Oh, honey, I've had fistfuls. Multiple fistfuls. Not fist in, well, except for that one time. But no.
Yeah,
no.
I've been with a couple of the factory workers. Mackenzie's been with like the whole factory.
No, baby. Don't get it twisted. I have not been with the whole factory. I've been with the whole city. Yeah. Nelson says, Dakota, you are a sweetheart. Yes, she is. Especially being my friend and putting up with me for all these years.
Yeah, we are definitely yin and yang. Like, I'm young, she's old. I have
black I'm pretty, hair. She's ugly.
I have black hair. She used to have blonde hair. I'm tan. She's porcelain. I have blue eyes. She has brown. We're literally opposite.
Hold up. I take offense to what you just said. I used to be tanned, but I had skin cancer 4 years ago, and so I can't be out in the sun as much. So it's not a choice that I'm more porcelain now, because I used to be as dark, if not darker, than you.
Well, I would be going up into my spray tan vibe and telling them, I don't want no sun kiss. I want to look sun raped. Like, I do not.
So I can look like Oompa Loompa in the White House? No, ma'am. I'm good.
Baby, they don't do spray tans like that anymore. I don't know where he's getting his. I think he rolls around in Doritos. Like, I don't know where he gets his spray tan from, because spray tans do not look like that anymore.
Girl, anyway. So we find out that the top two are Lydia Butthole Collins and Georges. And as the other queens go to the back of the stage, Tina and Nicole Paige Brooks are whispering that they're going to throw their points to Carrie to keep Mistress from moving on to the next round. So we have the lip sync, and the lip sync is to Texas Hold'em by Beyonce. Adam says, wrong, wrong, wrong. It was good. I anytime you're up against
that
Gorgeous
song, I literally cannot stand that song. If I was in a car accident and I died, I would literally wake up just to turn the radio off if the song was playing. Like, I do not like this song, and I don't feel like any of them could really do this song justice, but I feel like Gorgeous did the best.
Yep, I agree. And we do find out that Gorgeous does win the song, and that moves her. And because Lydia was also on the top, that moves gives Gorgeous 7.5 points, and Lydia has 6 points. So they are moving on to the semifinals.
I'm sorry, but that half point last week was such a cop out. Like, we knew exactly what they were trying to do, what production was trying to do.
So the remaining queens have, let's see, Mistress has 4.5 points. Carrie and Tina both are tied with 2, and Nicole Paige Brooks is in first place with 1 point. And if anybody doesn't catch that, she's really not in first place. She's in last. Nelson Henry says, Mark's safe from never hearing that song. And then Adam says, excuse me, let me pull the steering wheel out of my chest to turn the radio off. That's slay.
Yes. Amen, Adam. Exactly what I was saying. Like,
so crazy.
Yeah. Ain't no Texas, ain't no Hold'em, boom, down, down,
I
down.
don't think it's a horrible song. I like it. It's okay. It's not. I'm not gonna go and out and I'm not gonna add it to my Apple playlist. I'm not gonna go and listen to it. But if it comes on,
I'm going to block it from my playlist, and then if it comes on in my car, I'm going to smash the radio so I don't have to hear it.
Oh my Lord, you were so dramatic. So we find out that Nicole Paige Brooks gives her point to Carrie Colby, which moves Carrie to 3 points. Next up, we find out that Tina Burner has given her point to Carrie Colby. That moves Carrie up to 4 points. And she is only a half a point away from Mistress Isabel.
When Nicole and Tina looked at each other and like, hey, I'll vote for Lydia. Are you gonna vote for Lydia? What are you doing? I was like, girl, they playing. I was like, they're playing Mistress's game now. They going behind her back. The Mistress is on the other side of the stage, like, what's going on? If Mistress would have voted for her.
Well, hold on, you have yourself. We don't know how Mistress voted.
Oh, we do now.
So next up we have Carrie Colby. And Carrie Colby gives her point to Tina. That moves Tina up from 2 points to 3 points. Now she is in 1, 2, 3, 4. She's now in 5th place.
Would it have been a gag if Carrie would have given Mistress the point and Mistress still said the same thing and didn't give her a point? Like, talk about bad blood after that.
Adam says it was everything. Like, yeah.
This is the old school drama that the Drag Race fans have wanted back for years. Like, they're so done with the cancel culture of everything. This is Drag Race at its finest. This is what everybody's been wanting. And girl, when I tell you I was pissed, I wasn't pissed at them personally. Like, I was just pissed because I was like so invested in it. Yeah. But like, this is old school Drag Race. This is level of old school Drag Race that we've been missing. And we're finally getting it back.
So that leaves Mistress Isabel Brooks, who has been promising a point to Carrie if she was ever able to give her one again. And if she gives her that point, Carrie is going to move on to the semifinals, keeping Mistress out of the semifinals. And Mistress has been hinting the entire episode that she was going to give her point to Carrie Colby. Like, she owes Carrie a point. I'm gonna give Carrie that point. And Mistress Isabel Brooks gives her point to her daughter, Lydia Butthole Collins, because Carrie Colby is a lying bitch.
So that's not one, not two, that's 3 times that Mistress Isabel Brooks lied to her sister, Carrie, saying that she was going to give her a point and she didn't.
Okay, but I'm sorry. Her sister was also over there with the other girls, Kiki and Haha. Like, I know she was mad about the first thing, but like Mistress, she's playing chess here. Like, why are you going to give someone below you a point to maybe knock you out? Give it to the person at the top because they're already there, so it don't matter.
Basically, what Phoenix did to the other girl on her bracket, gave a point to a girl that was already had already won. So, I mean,
like Mary said, Mistress was never going to give a point to Carrie ever. I agree. I believe that too. And when it comes down to it, well, I think she would have if things had reversed and Carrie had done a little bit better. Adam says, cannot wait for Mrs. Spell Brooks to be decimated when the brackets combine. Cannot stand her at all. But you have to admit it's good TV, Adam. You may not like her, but you have to admit it's good TV. And you can't wait now for the brackets to combine so you can see how the shit that goes down.
It's fun to watch Mistress, but like, to be honest, I'm not a fan of the way that she does things, but it is good TV. So yeah. I will give her that. But I was equally pissed. Like, and I could see why Carrie was in her feelings and the estrogen levels were high. And she went home and told her drag mama what Mistress did. And Miss Sasha Colby, one of our winners and everyone's favorite drag queen, blocked Mistress on everything. Girl, I'm sorry, but if one of the top drag queens in the world blocked me on everything, I'd be nervous.
But I mean, let's be honest. Let's just sit here and hold on. Let's see what the next. So, hold on. Let's get through this real quick. So, that final standings are: we have Georges in first place with 7.5 points, Lydia in second with 7 points, Mistress coming in third with 4.5 points, Carrie in fourth with 4 points, Tina Burner in fifth with 3, and Nicole Paige Brooks coming in dead last with 1 point. Hold on, we're going to talk more about what we were just saying about Carrie in just a second. So here's the semifinal brackets of who's moving forward. And next week, we're going to have Cynthia Revo and or Ariana Grande. So, girl. Oh, and then, hold on, let's put this. And this is next week's Queens that'll be there.
So, and I have 2 of these girlies.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in just a second. So here's my thing. Let's rank on. So being objective, out of the 6 queens, I think we can easily say Nicole Paige Brooks should not have moved on. With not knowing any of the drama or anything, just looking at runway and performances this season alone, Nicole Paige Brooks is out. I think we can also agree that Tina Burner is out. So that does leave Carrie with the other 4. But I feel like Carrie Colby brought some fashionable looks, but I don't feel like they were drag elevated. I feel like they were pretty. And if this was an all grand season where they all were doing that, I feel like she would have probably slayed. But this is still a drag competition.
I said that last episode that I feel like Carrie's looks on her original season are better than what she brought to All Stars.
I completely agree with that. So for her to sit here and, be butthurt about it, but honestly, it wasn't as elevated as the other 3. You still, if things had changed, maybe you would have been there, but you weren't as good as the rest of them. To me, Lydia completely deserves to be there. Georges, she outperformed a lot of them on some things. And Mistress, whether you like her or love her, she was good TV and she deserves her spot there because her stuff was elevated as well. So it's not really like anybody got one over or somebody got there that didn't deserve it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Mary says RuPaul's favorite twink. And then Adam says Carrie Colby has the whole Colby dynasty to deal with. Our Mistress has the whole Colby dynasty to deal with now because of this. But I think Carrie could be the one to return later to land a kill, so to speak.
But also, if y'all think about it, I was thinking about it too, because I was like, girl, I would not want Sasha Colby on my bad side. But at the same time, do you think that they're maybe playing it up for production and views? And they're just, because girls would dial up the drama on Twitter after their season for more views and stuff. So like, do we think that's really happening?
Well, I mean, and let's be honest, Monday or tomorrow is Mistress Monday, and Carrie Colby is going to be on Mistress Monday. She announced it on Roscoe's Friday night. So if she was really having as much beef with her, she says she is, why are you going to go on Mistress Monday? So anyway, now speaking of what Adam just said, Adam, I'm going to agree with you. I think Carrie is the one that's going to come back, and that's why I picked her for my bracket. Adam says exactly. So Carrie is likely the lottery winner to return. I've heard that too. That's one of the reasons I picked her for my slot, but we don't know that for a fact. But let's look at the brackets. So here's where we stand now. I've grayed out or ghosted out the girls who are no longer in it. We don't know for sure about Carrie or who might return, but whoever returns. This is my 3 right now. For sure I've got Irene, and for sure I have Mistress.
These are our top picks that before the season, a couple of days before the season started, we went through the 3 of us and we picked our favorites. Like we each took turns so that we would, have first pick of a couple of them. So we picked out our favorite people. And then after we got all of our favorite people out of the way, what was left, we just chose our favorites from what was left. And favorites, it doesn't mean that they necessarily are going to win. It's our favorites that we think are the strongest, but also our favorites that are fan favorites that we like. So
I'm happy with Irene and I'm happy with Mistress. I feel like they're going to be 2 chaotic whores together, and I love that. For your bracket, you still have Aja. You've got, I hate you for it, but you've got Lydia Butthole Collins, and we're going to see what happens with Cynthia and Ginger. But you have at least 2, and we'll see. I feel like Ginger will get through, but we'll see how many you've got.
So I've got 1 from the pink bracket, 1 from the orange bracket, and I've got 2 for the purple. Cynthia Lee on
1 orange. I've got 1 pink, and we'll see about purple. Yep. And Tsunami has 3 girls in the purple bracket, and she's got 1 pink and 1 orange.
But I feel like because she had 2 orange, 1 pink, and she has 3 purple, I feel like she's gonna lose probably 1 or 2 of the purple. So she'll probably only have 3 left.
I think she's gonna lose all of her purple. That's just my thoughts. Adam says Dakota is so winning. You have Ginger, honey.
Ginger was my first pick out of my bracket. When I chose that, Ginger was the first person I chose.
I would tend to agree with you, Adam. However, Tsunami has Georges, and Georges has been brought back another time. And I feel like they're going to crown a Latina winner because there's not been one since season 6. We'll see what happens. But at this point, I mean, it's really any of us. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. A lot's going to depend on Snatch Game. But I'll say this, let me go back. So out of Irene, Mistress, Aja, and Lydia, and Georges and Bosco, like, I'm very excited for Snatch Game. Like, I think this is going to be one of the best Snatch Games we've seen in a while, because these are some of the tops of the tops. You know what I mean? If they even do the Snatch Game, they might do the Snatch Game of Love, because that's what they usually do on an All-Star season, I think.
Yeah, because they don't do a talent show. They do a variety show performance now with All-Stars.
Yeah, and so they will have a Snatch Game or whatever performance or type of thing. Then they'll have the variety show, and then they'll have the finale. And whoever the judges pick is the wild card will come in on the finale. So the last episode is when we'll find out, who is coming back in for that. Anything else you want to comment on or talk about, girl?
Nope, girl. I'm excited for this next bracket starting next week. So this will be the last bracket 3. There's only going to be 3 episodes. There's 3 episodes per bracket, or at least there have been so far. So we're going to be on episode 7, but it'll be the first episode of the last bracket. So we shall see how the drama is. It could be even more drama than this bracket, but I don't know if that's possible. it could be the most boring bracket. I highly doubt. I feel like the first bracket is probably going to be the most boring bracket out of the three. This is either going to be.
Adam said, I think we can all agree Irene had been absolutely amazing, and it would gag if she went and won the whole thing. But no, production wants Ginger or George's. Yep.
But I'm glad that Irene is at least getting to showcase the drag that she should have been able to show in her original season.
Completely agree.
So even if she doesn't win, she's still getting to showcase her drag and her art.
And I'm glad that we got Phoenix back. I'm glad that we got Nicole Page Brooks back. And oh, hold on. A little bit of tea. Hold on. Let me find it again. Where did I find that at? Yes. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I think this is it. So, not confirmed at all. Way too early to know if any of this is true. But there are rumors of 6 queens who will be returning for All Stars 11. So, do we want to hear the names of the 6 that are possibly? And I mean, this is just speculation at this point. We don't know. So,
tag might be a spoiler.
I'm going to hold up 2 fingers. The 2 fingers means that. Okay. I'm holding up 2 fingers. 2 fingers means I'm talking about spoilers. If you don't want to hear it, mute it. So as long as I have these fingers up, that means we're talking about the spoilers. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Adam, I have looked at all of this. Go on. So spoilers for season 11 of RuPaul's Drag Race are Akira C. Davenport from season 11 and All-Star season 6 is supposedly coming back. Dawn from season 16 is apparently coming on. Lucky Stars is coming on. Morgan McMichaels from season 2 and All-Star season 3. I'm not surprised by Morgan McMichaels because allegedly she was going to be replacing what's her name? Metamorphosis. When Metamorphosis was kicked out and they couldn't get Morgan McMichael's background check done in time. So that's why Lydia came on. So I'm not surprised that they would put Morgan in another season just because they were promising her this one. Morphine Love Dion. And all the way from season 2, Mystique Summers.
Girl, I am from Chicago.
Miss 2-Piece and a Biscuit herself. Bitch, I am from Chicago. I will whoop your ass.
I don't eat fried foods because it breaks me out.
Okay, Miss 2-Piece and Biscuit. All right. So interesting. I'm gonna put my fingers down. 3, 2, 1. Spoilers are done. Adam says I want to see Rebecca Glasscock. Rebecca Glasscock would be fun to see again.
Is she even still doing drag?
I think so. I want to see Pork Chop back. Like, bring Pork Chop back for another season.
I mean, we love a first out queen, but like honestly, what is she gonna bring?
I mean, have you ever seen? I need to get you to watch the show Pageant, and it's about Miss Gay America, and it follows Alyssa Edwards, and it follows Nicole Page, or not, sorry, Nicole Page. It follows Victoria Porkchop Parker, and you see Victoria competing, and like, I mean, well,
I knew her before Drag Race because one of my favorite trans movies, and it's more of a documentary, was Transtasia, the transgender pageant. That a very famous trans woman, is it Shanna? Started. She's unfortunately not with us anymore, but Miss Porkchop was in it. Like that's how I knew that she was like trans or identified technically as trans, was because she was in that competition on that documentary. So,
I don't think she is. She's a gay man.
Well, she was in that pageant.
Well, I think they let anyone be in that pageant back then, girl. They said that for the movie, but yeah, because Victoria Porkchop Parker is, I can't remember her boy name, Victor, I think.
Okay.
He is a cat lady. So Dakota, where can everybody follow you at on the social medias?
Not that I have a big following because I'm just like not popular like Mackenzie is, but y'all can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. On it's Dakota
You have
DAK.
like 4,000 more friends than I do on Instagram or on Facebook.
Whoa. I don't have Twitter. I don't have Threads. I don't have a couple of other things. I basically have Facebook and Instagram. I also have TikTok, but I don't post. So TikTok,
I only
Instagram.
beat you on Instagram, and I only beat you by 400 followers. I have 1,700. You've got 1,300.
So Instagram and Facebook, it's Dakota, like the state, and then Rain, which is my middle name, RAINE, and then XOXO, because for some reason Dakota Rain Wages is somehow taken on the platform, so I can't use Dakota Rain Wages as my handle. So that's why I did the XOXO.
And y'all can also, you were supposed to share this earlier, but I thought you were going to at least. You can follow her on her OnlyFans. Dakota takes DP.
Whatever. Oh my God, whatever.
Do you even know what DP is?
DP? Dakota's pretty. I don't know.
Are you serious? You don't know what DP means?
No.
Double penetration. 2 peckers, 1 hole.
No.
3 peckers, 1 hole.
No, ma'am. No.
You don't want 3 peckers in your hole, girl?
No. I barely want 1.
You should try it. It's fun.
Gowns, beautiful gowns.
It's fun, girl. It's fun. Y'all can follow me at Kenzie on Instagram, TikTok at KenzieJoe205, or on Twitter at Kenzie_reality. I'm on Blue Sky, I think KenzieJoe205. You can try to add me on Facebook, but I've got that bitch so fucking locked down because stalkers. But yeah. And a quick shout out to whoever likes to report our videos for copyright content. It's in fair use, which is why the videos are back up. So
it's not YouTube taking them down, it's someone reporting them.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's our competition.
Never know, girl. But whoever you are, the jealousy's showing because, you know.
I wonder if it's your old friend SW.
Maybe, or it could be my good old friend MC. The one who kept staring us down at the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's very likely probably it. Probably can't stand that I do a podcast. Oh, you think of me. Here. Who is SW?
Oh, Adam added me as a friend on Facebook. Except.
So I'm not sure who SW is because that one I'm still trying to think. But MC is not going to say the name because I don't want to get sued, but they own a club.
SW might have been your drag daughter when you were in Mississippi.
Oh, no, I don't think they would do that. MC is a bar owner in Alabama who does not like trans women who are outspoken and who may or may not have banned me from his establishment for telling the truth.
It might also be the owner of the bar that Sam Starr performs at.
Yeah, maybe. TTT. Anyway, but yeah. And while y'all are at it, make sure you follow the Couch Potato Queens. We are on Twitter at Couch Potato QWNZ. We are on Instagram at Couch Potato Queens. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Couch Potato Queens. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because that helps us out more than anything. And love y'all commenting on the live, but if you really want to help us out, wait till the live ends. Just refresh the page and like and comment underneath the video That really helps push our algorithm so much. You don't know how much we appreciate when we see those comments. We love you very, very much for them. And just a reminder that all of the queens are going to be, Adam said, yowza. Yeah, baby. Or it can also be my stalker who happened to kill my ex-fiance, who's now serving time. Anyway, you can also visit our website, www.couchpotatoqueens.com. That just links to our YouTube channel, but we have maybe some new things coming in the future. And just a reminder that we will be back. Dakota and I are going to continue doing Drag Race All-Stars until it's done. Then she's probably going to be taking a break because she is not used to having to be on once a week and do anything, because she is a pampered lady. But I will probably be here every night until October, because starting July 10th, Big Brother 27 comes on, and we're going to be on at least 1 to 2 times a week, if not more, covering all of Big Brother. And that will go until October. So, yeah. So make sure you subscribe for us for that and stay tuned, and shit really kicks off then. I'm going to try to get Dakota into watching Big Brother so she can at least understand some of the drama and the inside jokes and the things that we talk about.
One of our, because I've never watched Big Brother, like I don't really get into like competition shows. One of our viewers commented on last season of Drag Race and said, "Oh my God, wouldn't it be so fun if Dakota applied and got on Big Brother?" Girl, I would not have a clue what is going on.
Like, which means you would probably make it through to the very end.
I would be clueless.
You don't know what this means, but you would be a Bowie Jane.
Yeah, I don't.
That's not a great compliment, but you would be a Bowie Jane. Bowie Jane was very ignorant to a lot of things, and just kind of people just kind of drug her along because she had no clue what was going on, and they could kind of manipulate her into doing what they wanted, because she was like, "Wait, what are we doing? What? Wait, it's already happened? But what? Wait, something else has already happened?" Like, yeah, she was very lost. But yeah, it was fun. Yeah, anyway. Well, y'all, that was another episode, another reboot. And we're reeling from all the bootyliciousness. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss a single shady moment. And tell us down in the comments who you would have cast in Starrbooty the Rebooty. Y'all can catch us every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Drag Race recaps. And starting on July 10th, you can catch us on Thursdays, maybe Sunday. We don't know the days yet, but we'll be on there for Big Brother. And until next time, y'all stay shady, stay stunning, and remember, any hole can be a goal, but only one queen gets the crown. Bye.